I think polynomiography is really interesting because, polynomials aren't always like a fun subject in math. It's just a bunch of numbers with exponents.
It's a very interesting way to look at math, combining art with it.
But when you combine them like this, when you make it interactive.
An interesting approach at visualizing math in a more artistic way.
This class, I never really thought a lot more about the roots of polynomials beyond like the quadratic formula or a graph that I do on my graphing calculator. And through the stuff that we've learned in this class, I've learned a lot more about the roots, and I've seen how this can translate into art, and I never would have thought that a polynomial could look like something like one of these.
This is a very common mathematical concept in a very different light.
I like it a lot actually because, well, usually in like high school, it's a very defined sequence of like math classes. You learn to add and then multiply, and then you do pre-calculus and then you do calculus. But this is like something different.
It's really cool how the possibilities are endless, just like they are with math, but that's not such a tangible subject when you're learning it in the classroom. But this way, it's right there in front of your eyes.
It's a very good way to visualize mathematics.
I like that we can finally see what polynomials actually look like, sort of, and how we can tell different things about them based on the graphs.
I like polynomiography quite a bit because I really like calculus, and I do a lot of calculus in school.
I like how it combines math with art. It's always better at the math aspect, but now that I can combine them, it kind of adds fun to art and makes me more interested in it.
It's very interesting to discuss those things and be able to look at polynomiography to sort of understand them better.
Math to me was just numbers, but now as I'm working with these polynomials, I really do see the numbers and these graphs transform into pictures.
I like this class a lot because math is always my favorite subject, but I also really like to design things. I like color a lot, so coming here and being able to use math to create something like this is really thrilling, especially when you start to see the connection between the math and the colors and the design and the shape.
It's a very unique idea, and the math behind it is extremely special. I would have never thought of polynomiography this way.
Like, this is a lot more than numbers because it's beautiful.
I like the polynomials in art, but what I really like is the theoretical computer science that he explains for us.
He taught us a lot about how to find roots and how the software works, so now I can kind of predict the images that I come up with, and it's really interesting to be able to do that because I love math, so this software is really great.
I like noticing patterns in mathematical equations, and so to see how they progress when you change the number incrementally, I just find fascinating.